Hey there, welcome to Lalo Yoga and Wellness. My name is Laura, and today's practice is going to be a winter solstice practice. So just a little bit of fun to honor the fact that we're about to move into more daylight versus the longer evenings. So I think it's something always kind of fun, and a lot of us are happy to have a little bit more light in our day. Let's get started. We're going to start today's practice at the top of our mat so we can move our way through some sun salutations, some moon salutations, and finish with one final sun salutation. So bring yourself to the top of the mat, your feet right underneath your hips, big toes touching, a little softness in your knees, slight squeeze here through the glutes just to help unload that lower back. Hands are going to be at the side of the body. We'll spend just a moment or two here in mountain pose, getting ourselves grounded, putting aside the rest of the day. Rather, you're doing this in the morning and you have to put your to-do list aside, or you're doing it in the evening and all the day's events are swirling around. We're just going to let those go for a moment. Let yourself feel that contact at the base of your feet. You can let your eyes close if that feels comfortable. Sometimes that helps you get a little bit more grounded, a little more in tune with that feeling of being grounded. Start to tune into your breath, taking some nice deep breaths all the way down to the bottom of those lungs. You feel your chest rise maybe all the way down to the belly. And then as you exhale, let it all release. Muscles start to soften a bit. We're going to bring our hands here to our heart center and find an arrow mudra, lacing your last three fingers together. Bring your pointer and your thumb together. Bring it right here to the center of the heart. And we're going to scoop down, then up for an upward salute. Lifting the chest. Exhale, returning to mountain pose. We're just waking up the body for a moment before we start getting into some bigger movement. And returning those hands to heart center, arrow mudra. Inhale, scoop down and up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, scooping down and up. Exhale to mountain. Bringing those hands back to heart center. Inhale, scooping down then up. This time we're going to fold all the way down into our forward fold. Bodies aren't very warm yet, so maybe you're not even coming near those toes, and that's totally okay. Let the head hang, let the arms hang. Take it to a limit you feel is pushing you a bit, but isn't really overstretching. Take your fingertips, place them on the shins, and lift that upper body to come into a halfway lift. Your whole upper body is parallel to the floor. Nice long line from the crown through the tailbone. And on your next exhale, release down into that forward fold one more time. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Take a big deep breath. Reach those hands high, a little volcano. We have those hips pushing forward slightly from that squeeze in the glutes. Exhale, hands returning to heart center. Find your arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale into your forward fold. Maybe you go a little deeper this time. Inhale, coming back up into your halfway lift. Exhale into the forward fold. Inhale, roll it up one vertebra at a time, taking that big deep breath to your volcano. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time placing your hands on the floor and stepping your feet back one at a time until those knees are resting directly under your hips to come into tabletop. Inhale, lift your gaze, drop your belly, lift your hips for cow pose. Exhale, scoop the hips, round the spine, tuck the chin, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, returning to table. Tucking your toes under, let's hover up here through the shins, build a little bit of heat in your shoulders for a moment, and then begin to lift the hips high to come into our first down dog. Let's pedal out the feet just a bit, move them side to side, and we start to find a longer spine, letting your shoulder blades slide toward your hips and away from your ears. Shift as much of your body weight to the middle of your palm, right at the base of your fingers, so we protect our wrists. Let's come up on all 10 toes. Exhale, allowing those heels to drift toward the mat. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. You can even bend a bit more at the knees to find some more length in your spine. Take your gaze toward the top of the mat and slowly begin to step toward the top of the mat. Tenting those fingers on the shins, halfway lift, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up, finding that volcano. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Find your arrow mudra. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands. Table. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath in and out, releasing your neck. Step or hop to the top of your mat with your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up, volcano. Exhale, hands coming to heart center. Turn to the side now and find the long edge of your mat. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, turning your body or your shoulder toward the center of the mat, standing half crescent. Inhale to the center. Exhale towards that outer edge of the mat. Inhale to the center. Exhale, stepping wide towards the middle of the mat. Release those hands to come into your goddess squat. We're scooping the hips forward here and sliding the back almost like you're sliding it down a wall. Inhale, level out the arms. Turn your back foot toward the back of the mat, reaching toward the shin with your left hand, right hand reaching toward the ceiling. We come into a triangle pose. You may be reaching all the way to the floor or a block. Focus on keeping that shoulder wide open. Maybe your gaze is up toward the ceiling, maybe straight ahead, or maybe down toward your foot, whatever feels best to you. We're going to turn our right foot, tilts out of 45, and turn our chest and body to be coming over that left leg, reaching forward. Maybe you come down further for that pyramid pose. Your decision how deep you want to go here. Letting your hands come all the way down to the floor. Bend that back knee, straighten out the foot, and let the right knee come down to the ground. Find your arrow mudra, low lunge. Opening up through the ribs, lifting them up and away from the hips. On your next exhale, let's bring the hands down to the inside of your left foot. Tuck your toes under on the right and pivot your body till you're facing the long edge of your mat. You might be up here in a high side lunge, or maybe you're down here with the toes stand on the left foot in a surfer's lunge. can challenge your balance or you can help support your balance with your hands. Your choice. Take it where you want to go. And no matter which version you're in, we're going to shift that weight toward the top of the mat. See if you can match it on this side. So if you're in the high side lunge, go for that. If you're in the low surfer's lunge, go for that. And then we turn toward the top of the mat, dropping down on the left knee. Find your arrow mudra. Inhale and lift, opening up through those ribs once again. Come to your breath. On your next exhale, let these hands drop to your right thigh. Tuck your toes under. Pivot the back foot to be at that 45-degree angle and reach the hands forward or down, lengthening out through the right leg. Find your pyramid pose. You decide where you want the arms to go. Focus on that breath. Let's drop the right hand to the right shin. Pivot your back foot till it's parallel with the short edge of the mat and find your triangle pose. Engaging this entire side body, let's lift up and come to our goddess squat. And then stepping toward the back of the mat, bring your hands together. Exhale toward the center of the mat. Inhale and lift. Exhale towards the outer edge of the mat. Inhale and lift. And bring the hands to heart center. One more round. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale toward the center. Inhale. Exhale toward the outer edge. Inhale. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, triangle pose. Watch the feet position. Exhale, pivot the back foot, pivot the upper body, pyramid pose. Exhale, bringing both hands down to the floor. Drop down onto your left knee, arrow mudra, kneeling lunge or low lunge, whichever you like to call it. Exhale, hands come down to the inside of that right foot. Pivot towards the long edge of your mat, high side lunge or low surfer's lunge. Take a deep breath. Exhale, shifting your weight toward the back of the mat. Low surfer's lunge once again, or high side lunge. Turning towards the back of the mat, low lunge. Right knee is down, find that arrow mudra. Exhale, hands come to the top of the left thigh, tuck your toes under, pivoting that back foot to a 45, straightening out the front leg, reach the hands forward or down to come into your pyramid pose. Inhale and let the left hand drift down while the right hand comes up, triangle. On your next inhale, come up to the center, goddess squat. Inhale, stepping toward the top of your mat. Hands coming to heart center, reach up. Exhale toward the center of the mat. Inhale. Exhale towards the outer edge of the mat. Inhale. Hands come back to heart center. Should be feeling a bit warmer now. We're going to finish off our solstice flow with one more sun salutation, and a little more challenge in this one, but feel free to stick with the table cow and cat flow if that's the one you enjoy the most. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping into a plank on your toes or your knees. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra, full cobra, or up dog, your decision. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips high. We all meet in downward facing dog. One full breath, in and out. Step or hop to the top of the mat, halfway left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, hands coming to heart center. Feeling a little warm now, a little loose. Thankful for a little more sunlight in our days coming up soon. Let's lift up here through the right knee. Step back, drop down to the floor. Let's drop it down to the left. Cross those ankles over. Sit back onto your seat. Recenter on the mat if you need to. Sitting up nice and tall through your chest, roll it down, one vertebra at a time. Arms alongside the body, feet come to the edges of your mat. Let's just find a nice, comfortable, restorative pose. Palms down if you feel like you want to be more grounded. Palms up if you want to feel some of that extra sunlight energy that's bouncing around out there coming your way. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Just give a gentle rock side to side. Loosen up any tightness that might have started in your lower back. And then we can let those feet drop back down into your restorative pose, or if you prefer, you can go into a corpse pose, extending the legs out. Or maybe you want to lie on your side, or any other comfortable position as we move through a quick Shavasana, or it could be a long Shavasana if that's what you want to go for today. We're going to start at the soles of the feet, which kept us grounded throughout our practice today. And just start to feel your muscles loosening up and relaxing as you travel up each leg through the calves and the shins, the hamstrings and the quads, softening into your hips. And feel your rise and fall of the chest as you easy breathe in and out. And let that relaxation come up into your shoulders, down each arm, all the way to your fingertips. And we start to soften through the jaw, smoothing out your face. All those little muscles around your eyes and behind your eyes, right up into the crown of your head. Give yourself a few deep breaths here. You can stay in this Shavasana if you've got the time for it, go for it. Otherwise, you can start to wake up your hands and your feet. Slowly make your way back into a seated position. Letting your chin drop and just gently moving the neck side to side, loosen it up. We bring that chin down to the chest, start to blink the eyes open if they're closed. Take a nice big deep breath, reaching out and up. Exhale, bringing those hands to heart center. May you have peace in your thoughts, kindness in your words, and hope in your hearts. From my heart to yours. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed our winter solstice flow today. It's always nice to greet a little more light, daylight into our days. So I like to greet it with a little honoring from my soul to the energy that it brings. If you enjoyed this, please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you also on layloyoga.com, where you can get some more fun wellness tips. See you there.